Hey everyone, welcome to Relatively Refined. My name is Paula. Today's video is a fun one. I have a thrift haul to share with you. I'm also going to show you how I style some of those thrifted finds. And then I'm really excited to bring you over to meet my friend Kim, the owner and creator of the Painted Cottage. You will be amazed at how creative she is and how she repurposes her vintage finds. All right, let's get started. So today I had a dentist appointment. You know, the start of the school year, you get everything done over the summer. Right before you go back, you get your hair cut, you get your physical, your oil changed, your teeth cleaned, all of those things. So today I had my oil changed in my car and I went to the dentist. And on the way home from the dentist, I passed by Goodwill. And of course, you know I can't pass by without stopping in. I mean, it's right on the way. I didn't have any high hopes for anything, but I actually was pleasantly surprised. So I have several things here that I want to share with you, some of which I'm keeping for myself, and some of which I'll be adding to our online shop. Our online shop, and I'll leave the address right here, is www.relativelyrefined.com. And I will also link it in the description box of this video. And I've said this a million times, but if you're new, our shop is where we have both new and vintage or pre-loved items. And the pre-loved items that we put on the shop are things that we are really just rescuing from going to the landfill. And we try to price them as fairly as we can, really just to cover our costs and maybe make a little bit of pin money to keep the channel going. So that's what we do. And then we do also have some new items on there. And those are things that we absolutely love and use on a regular basis or would use during holidays or gift to our friends and family. So check it out if you haven't. And we have a blog and we do send out a newsletter periodically. So that's a lot of chatting, but let me get going with my thrift haul. All right. Well, the first thing that I'm going to be keeping for myself is this box of Easter cupcake picks and cupcake papers. It is, let me see, do I have it? Oh, I'm sorry. It's upside down. That might help. It's Peter Rabbit, and it is absolutely adorable. And you can see that it was $2.99 at my Goodwill. And I just think it's so cute. I could not resist it. I love Peter Rabbit, and this will be perfect for doing some kind of like little Easter Sunday dessert with the picks and the cupcake papers. So I found that, and I will be keeping that. Then I also found this. This is a wine bottle cork, and it says, "Wine tastes better with friends," and it was brand new in box. And it's a really fun kind of a lime green color. And I got this to keep in my holiday gift closet to stash away because it's the perfect thing to add to a bottle of wine if you're needing a last minute gift or you want a gift for a friend or colleague or co-worker. So I found that, and that was $1.99. And there's the tag for that. So I will be keeping that for me and putting that in my gift stash. I also found a set of 4 Pimpernel placemats, and they are very big, as you can see. Now, Pimpernel placemats, if you're not familiar with them, hold on one second. Somebody is trying to get a treat. Hold on. I'll be right there. I don't know if I can. If you'll be able to see them, I might be able to spit. Nope, they're behind that little wall over there. So anyway, they are, they have a cork backing, and they're a stiff, kind of waterproofed front on this cork backing. And they are very expensive if you buy them new. And I have them, I have some what do you call those? Coasters that I thrifted that are Pimpernel. And then I found these 4, and they are wildflowers. And each one is slightly different. I'll just hold this one up so you can see. They have this beautiful blue border here with gold. And there are 4 different wildflower scenes, all in sort of the same color palette. And I'll just quickly hold them up for you to see. I thought they were beautiful. And these were $1.99 a piece, which I thought was actually kind of pricey. So that makes it $8 for the set of 4. But when you really think about it, that's not much at all, considering how much they go for brand new, which is quite a bit of money, especially for something this size. And I love them because you can easily wipe them down. And I like to use them, especially when all of the kids are home, because sometimes I like to put a tablecloth on my table, but they're not always as careful with what they spill or drop or drip on the tablecloth as I would like them to be. So I will be keeping these. All right, the next thing that I found that I am also, I believe, going to keep for myself because I absolutely love the colors of it, is this Noritake platter. Look how gorgeous that trim is. It's called Ming Garden, I think. Let me just double check. Yes, it's the Ming Garden pattern. And it's just this sort of oval, rectangular platter, serving platter. It's not huge, but I just think the colors on it are absolutely beautiful. My favorite colors, the blues, the corals, and some greens. And there you can get a close-up of it. I don't know how well, the sun is really bright over there. So I'm not sure if I need to pull down those blinds or not, because this time of day we get a lot of sun in this part of the kitchen. Okay, and then the last thing that I got for myself, it's actually a set of items. Let me grab them here. It is a set of these vintage, it's a handful, vintage encyclopedias. So I'll just hold up a couple of them at a time, a little more manageable. They're these beautiful, it's burgundy red and black with a little bit of gold trim on them. And there's the spine. And they're a small size. They're a little bit bigger than a Nancy Drew book, for those of you who are Nancy Drew fans, so, which I am a huge Nancy Drew fan. So anyway, they are so pretty. They're from 1953, and as I said, they are encyclopedias, but they are such a beautiful color, and there's the whole set from A to Z is here, and none of them is terribly tattered. So I think that they, vintage books make great decor, and these are perfect for fall and for the holidays, and even after Christmas. You can see it's the New American Encyclopedia. This is volume 2. Just out of curiosity's sake, I'm going to look in here and see what the first thing. So the first topic is broadcasting, broadside, Broadway, brocade. Really, really fun. I thought these were great. And I was frankly shocked that all of them were there. They must have just put them out because I think that those would have been snapped up pretty quickly. So those I am going to keep for myself. And then I did find a few goodies for the shop. So let me share with you those. I found another set of salad plates, not the Pottery Barn. These are BICO. I mean, they're not, I don't think they're vintage or anything, but look how beautiful they are with that bird and the flowers. The colors on these are stunning. And they are all the same. Yes, there's 4 of them. So, and honestly, they were on the shelf, and in between each of them on the shelf was this little cardboard piece. So it's, I don't know how it stayed together, but somebody must have donated them like that. Or perhaps they were in a box or something. Sometimes these come in a round box. But I just thought the colors were gorgeous, and I will style these up and show you what they could look like on your table at the end of this video. So stay tuned for the end of the video, and I will do some styling again. But those, a set of those 4 plates, which I think are so gorgeous. Then I found, and this is a Christmas item, this set of 4 ceramic coasters in this little box, and it is this almost Warren Kimball or Debbie Munn folk art snowman, and they are precious, and they have like a little border of almost what looks like homemade quilts. And as I said, there are 4 of them, and they have the cork backs, and they're in perfect condition. And I was so tempted. I honestly am tempted to keep them, but I don't think I am. I think I'm going to list these in the shop. So be looking for those. What is it, Hazel? Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to let her out. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm out. I mean, she's out. I'm back. I leave the door open a crack because it's a really hot day and I don't like the dogs to stay out too long outside because I worry about them getting overheated. It was an extremely hot day here today. But anyway, so where was I? Okay, the coasters. I was tempted to keep them, but I do have a set of Christmas coasters, so I think I'll probably put these in the shop. And then I found, this is also really super fun. It's several pieces, and I'll show them to you. This glass cocktail shaker, glass and chrome cocktail shaker, and it has this really cool Art Deco pattern on it. It is Princess House. And, you know, it has the top, and then, of course, this part, the chrome part comes off. It's immaculate. There is not any kind of issue with it whatsoever. And I washed it all up, and it's nice and clean. And I absolutely love this. So I do already have a cocktail shaker, so I don't think I'm going to keep this one. I don't know. I may keep this one, but I initially was going to list it in the shop. So check the shop. If it's there, you'll know I was able to list it and not keep it, but it's tempting. But it did come with these two little shot glasses that also have that really very pretty Art Deco kind of design on them. And then two little I don't know what you would, like aperitif glasses, I guess you would call these. They look like miniature martini glasses, but I know they're not just for tiny martinis, but maybe they're for tiny martinis. I don't know. Or martinis for tiny people, which I'm not sure. But anyway, I think they're for little aperitif kind of, after dinner drinks or whatever. But they also have that same Art Deco pattern on them. So it's a set of 4, and I'll insert some footage here of all 4 pieces together so you can kind of see what they look like up close. Okay, now I'm going to reach over here to get the next thing. Hang on one second. This is also a Christmas item, and it is a set of 4. I'll show you what nesting boxes. So they have this also very kind of folk art looking snowman on it. So here's the largest box, and they all nest one inside the other. So there are 3 more boxes in there. So here's the smallest one with a little snowman on it. And then you have the next biggest one, which looks like the largest size. And then the third one, which I think looks like the smallest one. So it's kind of, they alternate. There are 2 patterns. There's this, and it does have the design on the top. And then, of course, you have the biggest box with the snowman on the top. And these are also in excellent shape. And I'll insert some footage right here of them stacked up so you can see the individual boxes. And I'll try to set these down without creating too much of a disaster over here. All right. And the last thing, oh, actually, you know what? I did find a couple of clothing items, which I'll show you after I show you this last thing for the shop. But a few people asked me if I would be interested in maybe listing some clothing items on the shop. So I think I might, if I can find some things that I think would be appropriate, that where the sizing is not too much of an issue. Things like sweaters or shirts, things like that. Things where you don't have to worry too much about sizing. So in a minute, I'm going to show you the little articles of clothing that I found at Goodwill for me. But the last item that I think I'm going to put on the shop is this platter in this beautiful pattern. My mother collects this. So actually, I'm going to check with her. This is the Heartland pattern. And if she doesn't want this, then I will put it on the shop. I honestly think I might have thrifted another one of these for her. So she may already have this. So I'm thinking I probably will end up listing this, although it is darn adorable and it would be so cute out on a counter with cookies on it during the fall. I don't know. To me, it has kind of a fall feel to it. I absolutely love this pattern. Super cute. So that's another undecided. I'm sorry, there's so many undecided things, but anyway, there are some really fun goodies that I will be listing on the shop. Some things that I'm going to keep for myself that I love, and I'm going to style some of these things up at the end. So now actually let me run over and move you around and show you the clothing that All right, so the first item I got is this tan colored cowl neck sweater vest. It is by the brand Madewell. There's the tag in there, and it's in perfect condition. And I think it will look so cute in the winter time. You could wear like a black long sleeve shirt underneath it and a pair of black pants or a black skirt. There's the dog. I'm sure that's Hazel. She spotted somebody outside. So this was, I believe, $3.98. The next piece of clothing that I got is this beautiful plaid blazer. It's double-breasted. It is honestly brand new with tags still on it. You can see it's 9 West. There's the brand. I don't even know if this, yeah, the original price was $78 and I paid $5.99 for it. And let me give you a close-up of this beautiful plaid. Such gorgeous neutral tones for the fall. It's perfect. And look at these pretty silver buttons. I love it. So let me back up a little bit so you can get the full effect. I have to, of course, roll up the sleeves because I have very short arms, and this is not a petite, but it looks great on. I tried it on. It's wonderful. It's honestly so hot today. I can't even think about wearing a blazer, but I absolutely love this. And then the last article of clothing that I got is this adorable Talbot's sweater. Look how stinking cute this is. It's a cotton sweater and it's got these embroidered little beach chairs with the towel, the little beach umbrella, the little beach bag. How cute is that? And then I don't know if you'll be able to see this if I get in close enough. It's hard with the shadow, but the zipper pull is an Adirondack chair. How adorable is that? And that was $4.89. Just adorable. While I'm walking around, I thought I would show you the Pimpernel coasters that I have, and they're all different lighthouses. Really cute. And I did thrift these as well. And the coasters have the cork back on them, just like the placemats do. And now let's take a look at how I styled some of my finds. Here are those beautiful bird plates. I set a very colorful table, which I think complements those plates perfectly. I started with a rattan charger, then I layered in a plain creamy white dinner plate, a blue and white napkin with a fleur-de-lis design, and then those gorgeous bird plates. I added in some green accents and some light blue accents in the form of this teapot, and then the water or the wine glasses, and then a few table decorations just to draw out that little bit of green that is also in those plates. These plates you could use in the spring, the summer, and I think they would look beautiful right on in through the early fall. You can see I used those little tiny teapots that were a gift from my sister, and then there's a couple of little thrifted turkey, maybe toothpick holders on there, but everything on that table, with the exception of the gold flatware, has been thrifted, and it looks beautiful. It doesn't take a lot of money to set a gorgeous table. All right, let's take a visit to the Painted Cottage. Okay, so I am here at the Painted Cottage, their home location, and this is Kim, who is the owner and creator of the Painted Cottage, and she has a home studio, or like a home shop, really. Is that what this is?
Yes, it is.
So tell me a little bit, Kim, about how you got into doing all of this.
So I've always been an artist my entire life. When I was a child, I was writing poetry and short stories. I would do pencil sketches, and then as I got older, I actually got into airbrushing. I collected model horses, briars. If anybody knows
I know.
briars.
My sister collected those.
Okay, so I started getting into airbrushing briars. Then got into making jewelry, and I did that for a while and did art shows with that. And then I got into just styling homes,
pan over here,
making decor, painting furniture. And yeah, that was a whole transition in our lives when we went to renovate our last house and realized that what we were doing to do these renovations, we couldn't afford. It totally transformed what our house was. So I realized at that point that we can't afford to spend thousands of dollars on all new furniture and all new decor. So I decided to start painting and refinishing things and fell in love with it. So here we are.
And here we are. Okay, great. Well, your home is gorgeous. The home shop, I don't know if y'all can see here on those of you who are watching at home, but it is absolutely stunning, and everything in here speaks to me. So I'm going to come back around to you, Kim. If you tell me a little bit about what's your inspiration, or where do you get your inspiration from, and then maybe how you source your items.
Sure. So I have always kind of loved that farmhouse cottage style. I like the warmth of it. Mm-hmm. The natural elements of it. I mean, you can see, if you look around the shop, you can see there's greenery and floral everywhere.
Beautiful.
I love critters, so I have, like, there's birds and butterflies and bunnies everywhere. I just love kind of that woodland, that natural element. So I really do, and I like the metals and the woods and those as well. Love my baskets, and I also love those vintage items. And I feel like the older I get and the more chaotic the world is becoming, I feel an affinity towards the older things and just the older era. And so when I find these older pieces, it's very nostalgic, and it just makes me think of calmer times. But I love bringing those elements into the house. So love the rusty crusty and the chippy paint. It's just so neat also to see these relics from decades ago and generations ago that still survived time because they were made so well back then.
And I love that you're rescuing them from the landfill and giving them new life in someone else's home.
And I really love, I don't just, because I have a booth in an antique mall. I have this home shop, and I don't just want to display things on a shelf like it's a store. I want to put pieces together so that I can give people ideas. How do I decorate with an old vintage scale? How do I decorate with a chippy old post? So I try to put those displays together to help people get ideas for their own home.
Fabulous. So Kim, talk to me a little bit about like where you source your items from, or what gives you inspiration. Do you see an item and then think about maybe how you use it, or do you have an idea and then go find the item?
Typically I am finding an item and then thinking how I can use that. Sourcing is an interesting story. So I'm from the Chicagoland area, in the northwest suburbs of Chicago, so closer to the Wisconsin border. And if you know that area at all, it is just treasures everywhere. So I can go to the thrift. Okay, so this is the funny thing. So I go to the thrift store here. It's just different. The stuff isn't the same here. You can't find as easily all those amazing old treasures. So when I go here and I'll go to flea markets and estate sales and yard sales, and I'm just trying to find those treasures here is more challenging. I might find one or two things when I go out here, Whereas up north, I can go into a thrift store and come out with 2 carts full of stuff because there's just really cool old stuff, wood stuff, handmade stuff. It's just, it's in abundance up there. The flea markets are amazing. The barns, you don't have barn sales here. You have legit barn sales where you go to a farm and it's just old industrial farmhouse cool stuff.
All the rusty, crusty stuff.
Right. So I still have family up there. So that's I do this combo family visit and treasure hunting trip every summer.
Oh,
so
good. How fun.
2-3 weeks up there every summer. And like this year I brought down, as I was putting stuff into inventory, I brought down 600 new items from up north, from just great places that have all this old good stuff.
Awesome. All right. So Kim, if you would just kind of show us a few items, highlight a few things that you really like, or maybe, and it doesn't even have to be over here where I'm standing, anything that you have recently created that you're particularly proud of, or just a fun thing that you've done recently.
Gosh. I have so many fun things. Okay.
Yes, you do. So she's not lying.
one thing that I did this year, I always get stuff for the intention of finding a new home for it. And I have come across amazing things in my life that I then not necessarily regret getting rid of, because there's always other new things that come along that are amazing. But I decided this year that I needed to start finding things for myself. So this here actually is something that I found. So I'm moving into a little bit more French country, the style in my home and my shop.
This garland right here is gorgeous, by the way.
Thank you. But this print, I found this and I knew as soon as I saw it, this is Paris. And I knew as soon as I saw it that I wanted to put that over my mantle in the shop.
It looks gorgeous.
And then I started just putting these pieces together. So I love using vintage books as risers and backdrops in my decor. And then just grouping things together. So I just love this little vignette. This is not an old clock, but it was just really ornate and pretty. This adorable brass owl. And then of course our fleur-de-lis, because I love the French theme.
And the mixed metals, and it's very fun.
And then this is just a chippy old architectural piece, again, that I found at a barn sale up north. All right, and then this, I love, like I said, I love birds and bunnies. And I just put this little display together. And again, layering. So I have this basket placemat, and then I put the greenery, the lavender, put my little bunnies here. This guy serves, he's got that height, so he's a nice backdrop.
He's really cute.
And then this beautiful wrought iron candlestick. So love just putting this little display together. And then up here, so everybody asked me about this swan.
I love this swan.
This is one of my keepers, but it is so gorgeous. I decided.
What is he made?
He is made. It's almost like wood
paper?
veneer.
Yeah,
it is wood,
like
little
balsa
thin
wood.
Veneer pieces, just cut and put together to make this beautiful swan.
He is beautiful.
So,
and then we have another little critter here.
Another cute little brass duck. And then some more greenery, the book.
And then the height here, I see it all comes together so beautifully. I love it.
Thank you.
So Kim, you sell on a variety of platforms, both online and, in person. So talk a little bit about how you sell your items.
So I do have, up north, I got into a booth at a vintage store. And the antique malls and vintage malls up north are a little bit different than here. But I do have a booth here at a local antique mall. And then I also have my house set up like a shop. But this is really nice. I do pop-up events, and I try to do those every couple months. I'll do an event here at the house. And invite people into shop, and then I'll have customers who they make appointments with me, and then they just come over and see what's new. But I
might be one of those people.
So I also am on Facebook Marketplace. I'll post there. I do have a Facebook business page that's very, very active. I'm on there pretty much every day.
And I will link her Facebook in the description box of this video as well.
Thank you. But I'm always posting what I'm finding, what I'm working on, what new displays. how I'm painting the next piece of furniture, befores and afters. So I'm doing that all. It's very interactive on that Facebook business page. And then I also just opened up a Whatnot shop. So I am live streaming on Whatnot as well.
And for those of you who don't know, Whatnot is an online platform. It's kind of like a live auction type environment. So I will link that in the description box of the video as well. And then you have, do you have a regular time that you do Whatnot sales?
I think I'm leaning towards, so I've only done 2 shows so far. I did one Thursday night, last Thursday at 7:15, and it seemed like a good time slot. So I think I'm going to stick with that. I do have another show scheduled for this Thursday at 7:15.
Okay, and this video comes out on Thursday. So if you're watching this Thursday morning, you can see Kim Thursday night.
Yeah, I'm still actually kind of curating the collection for that show, and I'll be putting that together. But yeah, I'm trying to do that at least once a week, having a show there.
Awesome. Well, Kim, thank you so much for inviting us into your home and showing us around. We really appreciate it. And I hope everyone, if you will go and check out Kim, you can check her out on Whatnot. Now, Facebook, can they purchase remotely, like online from Facebook, or is it only through Whatnot?
There isn't. What people have done, I don't have Facebook set up to actually as a
ship
storefront, but people basically just say, hey, I want
message
this.
you. And
I do ship, so they can just say, I want this, and then I'll put their little package together, weigh it, get their shipping costs, and then I can ship that out anywhere in the continental United States.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. It was great getting to know you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this visit with Kim at the Painted Cottage. If you love this sort of content, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment and let me know which of Kim's treasures you would purchase. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That really helps out our channel. We are working hard to get to 10,000 subscribers. And if you have a friend who hasn't heard of Relatively Refined, go ahead and share the channel. All right, everybody, as we close out today's video, I want to thank you for spending time out of your day with me. At the end, I will link a couple of other Relatively Refined videos to hold you over until our next upload. And don't forget to visit our online shop at www.relativelyrefined.com. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.